Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokémon Sun Rainbow Wedlocke. In the last episode, we made our way here to Tapu Village, catching a couple cool Pokemon and losing two really awesome Pokemon, being Dairo the Pelipper and Mudskipper the Whiscash. And we replaced them with, as you can see on the layout, Tecton the Turtonator and Bub the Starmie. And as you can see, I did train everybody up to level 33, which would be the level limit for Mimikyu, because in this episode, it is time to take on the next trial of the game, versus Totem Mimikyu. I'm pretty terrified, but I really hope we can do it. Let's go. Do I actually have to talk to Acerola first? Oh, the suspense was killed. What a joke. So let's go ahead and talk to Acerola. I got all prepared. I have a strategy in mind, and I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to take Mimikyu down with no problems. I don't remember very much about it at all. I can't say anything I remember other than the fact that it has Shadow Claw, maybe, and Play Rough, because it would just make sense. But I'm pretty scared. There's a couple of strategies I have up my sleeve that I'm really excited. Oh, don't do this to me. I have to fight these toddlers. I should have done this in the last episode. I really had no idea. Excuse me, notification. I really had no idea that I had to come here. So that's unfortunate. But he says an Elekid. It's just a waste of my time, preschooler kid. I put Bellamord up front because I'm not going to be using Bellamord for the trial. Oh, that's so irritating. My headphone jack is, like, broken. So, like, when something doesn't come unplugged, it's like, you have just unplugged it. I'll fix it after this fight. Like, I can't fix it. I'll do something about it. I knew you were going to paralyze me, Elekid. What I was saying is I'm not going to be using Bellamord for the trial, and I don't want you guys to see the movesets I have prepared for the trial. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be suspenseful. I normally do that with my big fights whenever I can. And this is going to be the first time in a while where, oh, that did a lot of damage. First time in a while where I'm actually able to fight the totem without having a weakened pair, because I had to fight several things beforehand. You do actually have to have a couple of battles, but you can change your party around before you fight Mimikyu, as far as I remember. So I'm pretty excited about that, because we've been in some really sketchy situations because of that fact, and they do that quite a bit in this game that I noticed in doing this Wedlocke. Anyways, Acerola left Lily with Hapu, and they should be coming this way soon, and Acerola's like, listen, we have to get these trials done. You did know I'm the captain, right? Oh no, shocker. I haven't been spoiling it for, like, what, five or six episodes? I'm like, well, we're going to do Acerola's trial next. Acerola's the captain? No way. How would you not know that? Like, she looks so obvious. Like, if you didn't assume that, I'm sorry. But, like, there's some things I don't assume, but jeez. Oh, no, I gotta fight. Oh, no. I thought this was after the trial. I have to fight a Team Skullgrunt. No, I have to fight Gladion. Wait, do I fight him with Bellamord? I'm so confused. Like, I'm sorry I seem scatterbrained. I just don't remember this game that much. These events are not in the order I remember, but I guess we're gonna fight a Team Skullgrunt. And he has one Pokemon, and I'm worried that it's a... Oh, that's fine. I was worried it was Eradicate. Drowsy's nothing. I really hope you fight Gladion after Acerola's trial. I was pretty certain that you did. I guess I'm just remembering things wrong. So the level limit for... There isn't actually a level limit for Mimikyu. I'm just saying if there was one, it would be 33, because I believe that's the level that Mimikyu is at. So Bellamord's probably going to grow a level here, but it doesn't actually matter because there isn't actually a level limit. I'm just not going to be using Bellamord. I didn't actually level up anyway, so it doesn't matter. And the level limit would be for entering the trial gates. I just said I wouldn't train past 33 should I actually have been lower than that at this point in the game. And I was. So I just trained up to 33. There were two Pokemon 33 and others were 32. It took like one Pokemon each, so I didn't feel like it was necessary to put into a training montage. It would have just been a waste of time. So I just did that off screen real quick, and it's time to go ahead and head over to the Acerola trial site. the Thrifty Mega Mart, and I am really excited for this trial. I've been really dreading it the past couple of days, and you know what? I've sat down here and I came up with a strategy that I feel very confident and comfortable with. Based on my team, there's not too many clear-cut answers on my team to take down Mimikyu, but I do have a pretty good idea in mind, and I think you guys are going to really like this strategy should it work out in my favor. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up at the Pokemon Center just for PP and stuff like that, and I'll make my way to the Thrifty Mega Mart, and we'll take this trial on. Now that we're all healed up, let's make our way over there. I am so excited for this trial. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't want to see a big team wipe, and in situations where there's not too much that I have to offer for this trial, that's a situation where you could see a team wipe happen, or at least a lot of my members. I really don't want to see that happen. Hopefully everything will go okay for us here. Let's enter the trial gates and get this trial started. Oh god. Oh boy, yeah, I didn't think I'd be doing this today. Anyways, the time has finally come, Dionysus, so I guess I should explain what kind of trial this is, huh? This old building is full of lots of ghost-type Pokemon, did you know? Here's where the trial part comes in. You've got to find totem Pokemon of this site and snap a shot of it with the Pokefinder. The totem is a bit of a trickster and it likes to play hide-and-seek and mess around. If you take pictures of the other ghost-type Pokemon inside, it'll definitely come out to have its photo taken and have some fun. So, if you see something weird happening inside this old place, try to check it out. I bet you'll find a ghost-type Pokemon is causing the mischief, so get its photo before it's gone. And she's going to go ahead and update our Pokefinder so we can have some shootings in this site or whatever. And once we enter this gate, the trial will begin. Let's do it. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. Trial start. Alright, let's do it. So I don't think any wild Pokemon can actually appear. However, I am going to spray a Super Repel just in case. I want Calphite to lead, as the Pokemon in here are going to be Ghost types, and not Calphite, I want Bellamord to lead, as they're going to be Ghost types. So the conveyor belt starts to move. We need to fire up the Pokemon Finder right next to it, and then we'll be able to take a picture. So I really hate the camera here. Let's just like do this. Can I use it? Yeah, I can use the D-pad or the circle pad, whatever. All right, so that's a Ghastly. We're gonna take its picture, and we've got to take it down. So just like in previous trials, we do have to fight the Pokemon that we find in this trial, but I will get to change my team around at the end, which is really good. Beforehand, in some other trials, like Vikavolt's trial, as you guys know, you have to fight them in a row, and then you take on the Totem without getting to heal in between, which can leave your team pretty battered and use up their held items and stuff like that before you need them to be used up. I've had a lot of trouble with that in the past, and it's going to be really refreshing getting a fully healed pair and an even fight. Nice, even playing field. Hopefully everything will be fine. So, there goes a little Pikachu. I guess we're wanting to follow this Pikachu. And then that shopping cart's going to start to move. Spoopy, right, guys? Haha. Not actually. This is just a shopping cart. And would you look at that? A Haunter, too. I'll take a picture of you, Haunter. And then we have to fight Haunter. So creative. It's actually an okay trial. I don't mind this trial too much. Like, I don't really mind any of the trials. They're not that great. I prefer gyms. I do. But I think it was a nice change of pace. I just really hope it doesn't return in future video games. Like Gen 8. Please, no more trials. I would like to see 8 gyms again. I think that would be awesome. I'm missing gyms. I'm missing a nice regular Pokemon journey. I really, really am. I'd love to know what you guys think about that too. I know a lot of people really miss that. I know I do. It's calling my name. I miss it a lot. So these Pokédolls are going to start to levitate. How scary. Let's go ahead and fire up the Pokemon Finder right next to the Pokédolls. And when you look at this, it's a big fat Gengar. Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon. Really cool. I wouldn't want to see one in real life, definitely, but where is he? Oh my god, Gengar. You're so fat. Show up. This is irritating. Oh, how you are so good, Trial. Come back, Gengar. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1. No. There he is. Got him. What? I did not get him. Does he come on this side? Yes, he does. I got him. Alright, thank god. That was annoying. So, I actually believe there's something interesting about this Gengar. I don't know if this is true, but this Gengar might have the ability to Levitate, and they can't have Levitate anymore. Something is making me remember this. I don't know if I'm actually right about this, but if that's the case, this one Gengar right here is the only Gengar in existence that has Levitate. I don't know why I remember this. I don't know what told me this. But maybe I'm right. I don't actually remember. It's not a fact in my head, but if it is, definitely let everybody know that I was right about that, because it's kind of interesting. You can't catch it, obviously, as that would be kind of broken. So next that Pikachu runs into that gate, my heart is kind of pounding. I'm not gonna lie. Let me go ahead and put Eris up front, and there's one thing I want to do before I go ahead and enter. I want to give Eris an item. Alright, with Eris having an item, I don't want you guys to know what it is. It's supposed to be a surprise. Let's go to the final area of the Thrifty Mega Mart. Open these doors and get this trial underway. You can feel a pair of eyes sizing you up. The Pokefinder fired up all on its own. I'm pretty terrified, but what we have to fight is this thing. I hope this fight does not end in horror. Let's do it. Time for the 6th trial and the 6th totem of the Pokémon Sun Rainbow Wedlocke versus Mimikyu. Let's do this. Alright, I'm terrified. I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I am afraid of this Mimikyu. Its aura flared to life, and it's raising its stats. Okay, let's do this, Eris. I've been planning on using you this entire time, and I really hope it doesn't bite me in the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at Mimikyu here. It did raise all of its stats as if Ancient Power happened to be a thing. So, Eris's moveset is Feather Dance, Sleep Talk, Acrobatics, and Roost. I believe that it's Pokemon that can be called in prioritize in using the move Hypnosis. If that's the case, I want to be able to hit with Sleep Talk, being able to lower its attack, hit it, or heal myself. Any 3 of those options would be really good to have in a situation where I can't attack. And I hope that strategy is enough to win this fight. So the first thing I'm going to do is immediately Feather Dance it. It's going to go for Mimic, but since it's faster, it's going to fail, which is a beautiful thing to see happen on the first turn of this fight. We're going to lower its attack 2 stages, meaning it's going to be at -1, and it's going to call in its ally Pokemon. I have no idea what it calls in, and I think all it can call in is Haunter. It is. Alright, Haunter is fine to see because it's probably going to prioritize Hypnosis, like I said. So it's going to be at -1 attack. I'm not sure if that's good enough for me right now, but with the way things stand, it's probably going to... Wait, if it mimics, will it use Feather Dance? I don't want to see that happen. I don't really have a choice. I'm just going to go for Acrobatics and hope for the best. Haunter's going to go for Sucker Punch, which I don't really care about. And I'm going to pop my Key Berry that I gave Eris, raising my defense. And it's going to go for Play Rough, which I need that. Yes, alright, beautiful. It didn't get the byproduct to Play Rough. I'm going to Acrobatics, breaking Mimikyu's disguise, and I'd say we're in a pretty good situation. Hopefully it stays that way. So with its disguise busted, I can now deal damage to it. Obviously a crit Play Rough would end everything I've prepared so far. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go for Roost. I want to be in the best position I can be in. What's it? Acrobatics? It learned Acrobatics. That's interesting. But it won't be very effective, so that's the best thing Mimic could have copied. I'll Roost. And it's going to go ahead and put me to sleep, which is what I was worried about. I'm glad I remembered Hypnosis correctly, because have I not done that, I would be pretty stuck right now. But because I thought about it, I can use the move Sleep Talk, which will let me talk in my sleep, and hopefully be able to pull out a move like Acrobatics or Feather Dance to help me out. It's going to go for Play Rough. God, alright, it didn't do too much. I'm fast asleep, but I'm going to do a little bit of talking and hopefully pull out something useful. Feather Dance. It goes on Mimikyu, right? Oh no. That's a big mistake that I just realized. Oh no. Is it gonna automatically prioritize the Pokemon on the left? Or does it randomly decide? I don't know, but I'm not gonna use an item here. I don't want to use a healing item yet. I'm going to stick with Sleep Talk. Ugh. Oh, what a time to wake up, Eris. Alright, this is a time where I will use a healing item. I'm going to use healing item number 1 for the pair of Eris and Collodion, and I'm going to go for a max potion on Eris. Oh man, the only problem with Sleep Talk is I don't know when I'm going to wake up. With Rest, you know you'll wake up after 2 turns. But with Hypnosis, I don't have any idea. Luckily, Play Rough's not seeming to get a lucky crit here. I hope I don't regret those words. And I'm going to go for Acrobatics on Mimikyu. I hope I don't get put to sleep right away. Sucker Punch is fine to see. It is -2 attack, so it's not going to do much at all. Without a crit, of course. And it's going to Play Rough me. 2 crits in a row would be pretty unlucky. Luckily, that's not what we saw. We're going to Acrobatics Mimikyu, and it didn't do too much, but it's a nice chunk of damage to see put on Mimikyu. With Haunter -2 attack, I don't see any reason to target Haunter. It's a perfectly weak Pokemon to sit there. I'm going to use a max potion, though, on Eris. Hopefully Haunter uses Sucker Punch, because that is healing item number 2, and by it doing that, I'll be perfectly fine, because it's not going to work. Play Rough is doing a nice chunk. Ooh, Nightshade is frightening. This isn't looking too good for Eris. I might have to get out of here, but I think the best thing for me to do right now is to use Feather Dance on Mimikyu. I need it to be weaker than it is right now because it's dealing too much damage to me. If it uses Nightshade, Eris is dead. What did I do? Please don't. No. No. What was I thinking? Oh my god. This was such a good strategy and I just blew it. Collodion has the same strategy in his arsenal. And he needs to salvage this for us. Oh, God. I just hope Haunter doesn't have some sort of poison-type move. Oh, God. I've got to bite this Mimikyu and hope... Alright, Sucker Punch is fine. It's not going to do near any damage to Collodion. Neither should Play Rough. And hopefully Bite will do enough damage to take it down. Unfortunately, my attack did just get lowered. Oh, God. I'm in a really rough spot. My attack was lowered from the Play Rough, and the only thing I can really use here is going to be Bite. Razor Leaf, I have its attack split because Haunter's on the field. I'm going to continue to use Bite on Mimikyu. I feel like getting rid of Haunter is a very bad idea. Is it? I don't know, but it put me to sleep, so there's not too much that I can do here. This is getting very scary. It's backing me into a corner, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to do to get out of this. I only have 1 item left, and I can't afford to use it on a full heal right now. I just have to go for Sleep Talk, which was my initial strategy, and hope that it can do something for me here, because if not, I am in a bad place right now. I'm still asleep, but let's use Sleep Talk. Any of my moves would help. Alright, Bite's the best one. It went for Mimikyu, which is great. Alright, Nightshade. Nightshade is what's scary right now. I don't feel safe enough to use Sleep Talk from this stage. Mimikyu would do too much damage and Nightshade will finish me off. I have to heal. This strategy was so good in my mind, but it's just not doing the results that I wanted to see. I have to use my final healing item for Collodion and Eris on Collodion. There's still a way out of this, but I've got to take... Oh no. Shadow Claw, that's a high crit rate. That's not a good move to see. I have to take out that Haunter, but I'm afraid if I don't use Sleep Talk, I'm not going to wake up. But if I do wake up, I'm in really big trouble. This is a decision that will haunt me for a long time. I'm gonna use Sleep Talk. I hope I don't wake up. As eerie as that sounds. I flinched anyways. Don't you do it. Okay, I didn't get paralyzed. I have no idea why they used Lick and Astonish. I have to use Razor Leaf. No? I'm gonna bite the Haunter. I've got to get rid of it. And I don't know what else to say. That Haunter using Nightshade is going to put me under quick. Flinch it? No. Okay. Okay. This doesn't look good. This obviously looks very grim. But I'm outspeeding the Haunter. If it doesn't use Sucker Punch, I have a chance to get out of this. I have to use Synthesis. I'm only allowed 3 items per pair per battle, but I am allowed... Don't crit me. Okay. I am allowed to use healing moves in battle. It's not the best healing move that I could use right now, but it's the only one Collodion has. And it's gonna put me back to sleep, but it missed me. Alright, awesome. So, in this stage, I think I can take them both... I think I can take Haunter down with a Razor Leaf and put a little bit more damage on Mimikyu. I think after everything we've been through, as long as luck goes our way, I think Collodion has a good shot to get out of this one alive. Razor Leaf at Collodion. Take that Haunter out of here. I know it's resisted. It did, though. And that's Haunter down. Okay. I hope it doesn't have another ally it can call in, because if that's the case, I could be in trouble. It does! That's why I didn't want to knock it out. What could it be? I just made an absolute mistake. I just sealed Collodion's fate. I'm going to target Mimikyu. It's still using Astonish for some reason, I have no idea. I didn't flinch. I'm still faster than Gengar, which is good to know. Shadow Ball! That's a good game. There's not much that can be done to get out of this. Shadow Ball. You're joking. I have to take Gengar out. I've never seen a situation in a totem fight where I have to target the ally. But if I don't take... It's a crit. If I don't take it out or flinch it, it's over for Collodion. Nope. Wow. This... I misplayed big. I was banking on the fact that Gengar wasn't there. I had a feeling, for some reason, that was the only ally it had. Collodion would have made it out alive, and that makes me so angry. I did that, and I'm gonna pay the price for it. So Tecton's a bad idea, because I have really low special defense, but really good defense. Gengar doesn't have Levitate anymore. Does it? This might be the dumbest thing I've done yet. Or it might actually be pretty smart. I'm gonna go into Tecton. I really hope I don't regret this decision, but I'm pretty certain Gengar no longer has Levitate, so Bulldoze will hit them both. I just hope Tecton can take a Shadow Ball, because he needs to right now, and he doesn't have very good special defense. Alright, we'll Bulldoze and we're going to hit them both. And we didn't knock out Mimikyu, but we did take down Gengar, which is perfect. And that's Tecton grew to level 34. I'm really sorry with how this fight went. I should have never targeted that that Haunter. I was just terrified of Nightshade. Nightshade was dealing too much damage to me, where I just couldn't keep it up. But as of now, this fight is over. I should have healed there, but luckily it used Astonish. Crit Shadow. Oh, it can't crit me, right? We're fine. That's it for Totem Mimikyu. I really wish I played my cards a little bit differently there. It was a great strategy, and it could have worked out well, had I just done one or two things just a little bit differently. I've been burnt by Nightshade and Dragon Rage and moves like that many times in my past, and somehow I managed to forget and overlook them once again. They are some of the most deadly moves there are, because you can never, change their damage. They're always going to deal the same amount. And however little it may be, it adds up over time. Even a mere 27 damage caught me off guard. But, with that being said, we do manage to get the Ghost DMZ. Wow. Well, Mimikyu's done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. There's not too much left in the game other than Nanu and Lusamine and Team Skull, Guzma. Like, there's not too much up ahead that I have to worry about. As of right now, anyways. However, it's scary because Guzma, my counter for him was Eris. And she's not here anymore. So, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do for Guzma. I see that Mimikyu in the background. Did you? Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and head to the PC, heal up, and I'll get back with you guys once I have an idea about what we're going to do. And we're going to say goodbye to Eris and Collodion. Alright guys, it is time to say goodbye to Eris and Collodion. I really would have loved to see Eris and Collodion make it further. Eris had been here for a long time, and Collodion I was really starting to get attached to. Collodion had a big chance to get out of there, but unfortunately I used Bite. I am so dumb, I can't believe I did that. If I would have just taken out Mimikyu first, there would have been no issue in saving Collodion. It was... I could have made it out of there with them both, but I just didn't do a couple of things right. I'm regretting that, but there's not too much I can do about it now. So, with that being said, let's say goodbye to the first that fall. First that fell, my bad. Being Eris, the Oricorio. Not an Oricorio, please! I don't want it! Even though it would be really good? No! It's an Oricorio. Alright. We have to make do with what we got! and I'll be able to oh god. No. No. Oh! What? I didn't even realize that could happen! Since we're talking about it, you want one of the eggs I found here at the nursery recently? I do, and we receive an egg. And we've got ourselves a baby Evie. Well, it's time to say goodbye to Eris and Collodion. Goodbye, Eris. And goodbye, Collodion. They always come in pairs, it seems. No matter how hard I try. And then there were 4 once again. What do I do? Oh boy. There's a lot of options. I do need a flying type. And Staraptor would be right around the corner. It's definitely a Pokemon I've been looking at for a long time now, and Kriara would be pretty good for Guzma, I would think. And it only likes females, so it would have to be a Pokemon in this box, which there are quite a bit of options. I'll have to look into a pair. Obviously, Bubbles would share quite a bit of weaknesses. We don't really need that. Acantha? Kriara would be immune to one of Acantha's weaknesses, and resist another one. But it would be weak to Guzma's team, which wouldn't be too good for Guzma then. Camfrina, on the other hand, would be immune. They'd both immune to a ghost. I find that ironic, seeing as what's just happened. I can't really think of any reason. Like, they'd be great together, I think. Camfrina and Kriara, but they would both be... They wouldn't have too much use. Like, they'd be kind of a redundant pair. They don't cover too much. I mean, a fighting type would be okay. I'm considering it. So I'm looking between Acantha and Camfrina with Kriara, as of right now. There's obviously other options in the PC, like Glaceor, but I wouldn't get Glalie until level 40. It's not really a good idea. Mandrift's just really frail. Nefertari, I wouldn't get any good fairy moves, or grass moves really, until later in the game. Agarroth wouldn't be evolved yet. There's a lot of these options I can't see using. Yakamaru would be cool, but there's nothing in the PC that's compatible still. It only likes females, and there are no females that like females except for her. Except for Linza or Lomia, but they're all water types. It's just not a good idea. I got a pretty good idea about what I'm going to be using. But I don't know if I want to add them to the team just yet. I think I might want to let this one go for a little while. I wouldn't have Gothitelle right away. That's not till level 42. I wouldn't have Gothitelle until after Nanu. That's a long ways away. Whereas I'd have a Stuffle, well, not a I'd have a Beware, and a Staraptor pretty much right out of the gate. A really good pair. I almost don't want to give it any more thought at this point. Another rock-type weakness, but it's only half our team. It's kind of been that way the whole game, and Camfrina covers it. Psychic and flying it's weak to, and they don't really cover each other too well, but I kind of like it. I think it's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and add Kriara, the Staravia, to the team. And Camfrina, the Stuffle, to the team. Hopefully they work really well together, because I don't really see too many options in the PC that would be similar to what we have just had. I think they'll be a really good pair moving forward, and I like how the team is looking. Unfortunately, Eris and Collodion are no longer with us, though. I'm gonna go ahead and train Kriara and Camfrina up to level 33 at the start of next episode. 33 or 34, and then we'll make our way north. And make our way to Team Skull's hideout. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, a like is appreciated, it helps out a great deal. If you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Sun, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, like I said, we'll make our way there, but we'll also get an encounter at the Thrifty Mega Mart, because we never did that yet. So, until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.